Okay guys, I am finally live. I hope so at least. So I'm just gonna make sure that I can be heard in the stream and that there's no issues. Okay guys, I am finally live. I hope so at least. A quick test, I'm just gonna walk around, hopefully there aren't any frame rate drops because man, I had to go through hell for trying to get that fixed. Let's see. Is everything doing perfect? Okay, it looks much better. It still isn't like, you know, top tier necessarily, but with what I have. Okay. Okay, great. So we are live now and everything's working perfectly.
I'm a little bit worried about you, Tom. Can you give me a diagnostic of your systems?
I am fine. We must get to the biolab. I have something to show you.
Okay, so last time we left off, we saw a crew member, and what else did we do? Oh yeah, we started to realize that, you know, Tom's definitely the problem in this, or so we speculate. So for some context, I basically spent about 4 or 5 hours trying to get this stream sorted out. So all this time I didn't realize the first 2 streams, they were, I mean, apart from the fact how bad the commentary probably was in those, the actual video quality was terrible, and simply because of the fact my PC isn't too good. And so I had to go down this crazy journey where, yeah, I had to do a lot of things. Main thing though, just to keep it short, I don't want to make this boring, but I overclocked my PC, which is basically, in simplest terms, it's like basically getting the most out of your PC. Really just, what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, just basically getting every ounce out of it in terms of performance. So that's why the stream is slightly more smoother. Anyhow, let's continue. Just a quick reminder, if anyone is watching right now, thanks for joining, and anyone who is watching the playback, I appreciate you dropping by too. You know the weird thing? See, when I was testing the streams out, I was testing out on this level. I never actually, or this puzzle. I never completed the puzzle, but I got like probably here, and now I just completed that all basically subconsciously, because I've done it like 10 times at this point. But what am I doing wrong? Let's see. Okay. Oh, I see. That's what we're meant to do. So I meant to activate the bridge. And then grab this. And then jump. So much simpler than I thought. Perfect, we did it. Well, also I found out that there's actually 7 chapters, and the game roughly takes 5 to 6 hours to complete, and we're over 3 hours into it. So this stream and one more, and I think that's it.
We must work together as allies. Friends.
Okay.
Ava's definitely on him though, like, she knows something's wrong. One thing I am hoping although we've seen the crew members walk about, I hope we get to interact with them. Okay, how do I do this? Oh, here's my guess. So I have to grab it from here. So if I'm on this first platform, in fact, can I jump into the second? I can, yeah. If I grab that, so you gotta time it, I think. Let's try this out. Okay, nice. And then I almost actually grabbed the orb too, because if you do that, you're gonna fall actually. Yeah. Okay, again, much simpler than I thought. So we're on chapter 4, I believe. Yep.
This is the voice of Sarah Brooke, acting commander of the Europa mission. I know you can hear me, Ava.
She
I
often
counsel
does.
you caution. Your presence here is much like your AI friend. Engineered.
She is alive. Ava, Sarah. Sarah's dangerous. Please exercise caution.
See, this is what I was getting at in the previous streams. Obviously Tom's an AI, but with more and more, as we progress through the game, he's showing like human behavior, you know, and it's kind of scary. Okay, and we just drop that. Did that build that? Hold on. I should have looked at this before. By dropping this, I... Oh, open that door, I think. Yeah. Oh. So it alternates. Oh, actually, I was thinking after I'm done with this, I might actually stream God of War 2018. So even though I've played that game, I've played God of War 2018 at least 5 times. I never get bored of it. But I was thinking, you know, since I am technically like a God of War YouTuber, even if I am a small, you know, YouTuber, still, I guess people kind of recognize me as, or you know, the small amount of people that do watch me, they recognize me as the God of War YouTuber, or one of the God of War YouTubers. So it would be nice. I mean, I always wanted to play it again, but on stream. So that could be an idea. What does this do then? So this powers the... Honestly, I have no... Oh, it builds the bridge, I think. But there must be a trade-off, something. No? There you go, actually. Perfect. So I knew there was a trade-off. So it alternates. Although I have no idea what this does. Let's see. Yeah, no clue. Can I shorten it? No. And my guess is I have to place this here. No, but then that closes it. Does it build the bridge? No. just thought about something. If this is how they're doing this, this is crazy. You gotta jump on here, you drop this here, you okay. Some of these puzzles are so good, and I'm pretty certain this is how you do it. I might be wrong though. I may have called it too early, but my guess is we have to like push this away like this. No, I failed doing it though. Although if I close this up, or yeah, that closes that up. Which would mean we have to do the opposite one. You know what? I might just be messing around here, and this is not even how you do it. Are you serious? Okay. It's kind of depressing. Although, why would I want to do this anyway? Because it opens that door. But can I go there anyway? Yeah, I can. I believe there's a staircase leading up. Let me double check. Yep. Okay. So I'm pretty certain this is how you do it, but it's just a bit tricky. Oh hey Dynamic, thanks for joining, man. You're like I always see you support the channel. I really appreciate you, man. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Even if you are, you know, stopping by for a couple of seconds or so. It's nice to see. Oh, come on. But yeah, Dynamic, I was mentioning how... What was I mentioning? Yeah, I was mentioning how I might stream God of War once I'm done with this. So that could be, I don't know, something interesting. Believe it or not, so I might sound like a bit of a crazy person right now. I'm playing God of War 2018 off stream, of course, without the music and with the dialogues turned off sometimes. You may be like, why? What's the point of that? So, in the previous stream I mentioned, been working on any new theories yet? Well, there is one theory, another theory I have on Jormungandr, but I'm only going to make that after I release my next video. So currently what I'm working on is this God of War concept, which I mentioned in the, I believe it was the previous stream, but it's a concept I came up with called, there's this new format I came up with. I'm trying to get my thoughts straight here, where basically I just come up with God of War concepts, try to make them into videos, and, you know, put my own creative take on it. So the first episode you like will be called Freeing Fenrir, and as the name suggests, it's just, you know, Kratos and Atreus freeing the wolf and how that goes. So that's what I'm working on right now. That's why you haven't seen any uploads in the past 4 weeks or something. I have been on and off it, but it's been long in the making. But currently I'm struggling on this stupid puzzle. I need to control the pedestal there and then drop the box onto the platform. But yeah, after my first episode, I think I am going to make another theory. Ooh, come on. Did I get it? Ooh. Nice, I think I got it. Okay. Oh Oh, I just uh okay. Yeah, so this didn't work as I thought. I've been replaying it and looking for new dialogues by doing things that could be considered random and seeing what happens. Yeah, I've been doing sort of a similar thing in that just paying attention to details and seeing if I can find anything that hints at, you know, the new game or what to expect in the new game. Because I remember one thing Corey said, and I know people may say, well, it was an old thing. Corey said that he left hints in God of War 2018. So after you play the trilogy eventually, you can come back to God of War 2018 and you can look at certain things that hinted at those games. But people may say, well, we've already found everything, you know. If I had honestly more of a following, I would have actually even tweeted at Corey and asking him, is there still something with everything we know about God of War right now? If I went into God of War 2018, is there anything I could find at this moment in time that could possibly hint? I doubt you would say, you know, because of spoilers and everything, but if I had a bigger following, I would have done that. I've only found that there's a hidden dialogue with Atreus when you first go into the Lake of Nine from Freya's cave. Oh, really? You can find Jormungandr before you summon him out of the lake, and Atreus will ask Kratos what it is. Really? I did not know this. Wow, that's a good discovery there, man. So for the dialogue, is that the hidden dialogue then? Oh, also, I think this was a while back. Someone, who was this? It was someone on YouTube, and apparently there's a way for you to go to Muspelheim without reviving, or it's actually pretty simple. Without reviving Mimir, if you go to Muspelheim, his head will remain dead for the entire journey, until of course you revive his head. But they even put that detail in, which is crazy. I do believe there is more still. Yeah, I'm kind of on the same page, honestly. Although I could possibly tweet Bruno and ask him, maybe he might slightly hint at it. But again, I don't blame them, you know, because of they probably signed an NDA and everything, so I understand. Also, I think I have to drop that. Wait, hold on. Bye. I hate this puzzle, honestly. So something's happened to my mic apparently. There's always something new going on. Let's see if I can fix it. Oh wait, I can hear myself now. That's strange. Dynamic, can you hear me in the stream, right? Alright, I can hear you now. Perfect. Yeah, I kind of freaked out there. Apparently I'm getting 10 frames per second. What have I done? See, this is... I don't know what's going on, honestly. Okay, I think I fixed it. No? 22 frames per second. Oh my god. What have I done? Oh, it's picking up now. Okay, perfect. It's back. It's back up. Oh, that was not fun. But yeah, there is some sort of force field when you enter into any of the chambers. And I don't know if that was just an artistic decision or there is some sort of story implication from that. Did you read what I said before? Because I couldn't hear you. Is that about the chamber, right? Yeah, I read it. If it's about the chamber, yeah, I read about that. It's a midday sky beside a rocky hill with clouds, and it makes no sense. Yeah. If that's the part, I think. Yeah, apologies. There is a bit of a delay for some reason, even though I've put the latency, I think at the lowest setting. But it takes about 30-40 seconds to see your message. The little force field thing is quite random, but I never took it for temporal magic. So temporal magic, does it have not something to do with the Vanya, right? Temporal magic, or I might be getting confused here. Possibly. Let's see. Yeah, honestly, I'm stuck here. I have no idea what to do. I might look it up or something. I've been trying to find evidence of independent realm travel, like the way Brock and Sundry do it, and I can't find much. Oh, the realm between realms, right? Let's see. What do we know about that? I think that's mostly a mystery because although Brock and Sindri tell us about it, they never explain how they actually, I suppose, step into the realms. Although my theory is they will explain to us in the next game. The reason being is in Lore and Legends there's no way for us to go to any of the realms as of now because of the fact that, you know, Odin's locked up all the realms. So that would be the only way. stopped, strangely. Man, I am so lost right now. How do you do this? Oh yeah, about that. So I had a theory on that on Baldur, on how he actually was able to realm travel, and the theory was basically he just has this ability, in which he doesn't need the Bifrost, because if you look at the pedestal where you place the Bifrost, there was no Bifrost, but he was still able to realm travel, and also if you think about it, when every time we've ran into Baldur, he's obviously arrived from Asgard. And how does he arrive from Asgard? He was, you know, on top of his dragon. But of course, there's some sort of, I suppose, division between the realms, which doesn't allow you to. It's a bit complicated, but it's like, how should I explain this? Basically, I just think that the Aesir have this ability, like the Vanir, in which they don't need the Bifrost. But that being said, I think Freya was using a Bifrost. Well, she was the one who gave it to us, right? So there is, again, a little bit of mystery behind that, but from what I remember, he didn't use a Bifrost to activate almost, was it Asgard? Yeah. Or to realm travel to Asgard, rather. From the opposite side where you put the Bifrost. The opposite side, as in like the opposite side of literally of the pedestal, or of the temple. The dragon has some form of magical necklace on it with a big green, neon green spot with a yellow rune on it. Yes, he was on the wrong side of the table. Well, that actually might be it then. I actually never. By the way, I never noticed that the dragon had some sort of necklace. I think that would explain it. That's a good point. In fact, I might even try to find the dragon's model on ArtStation, which is this this platform for artists to publish their work, and sometimes they publish the models there, the character models. Okay, I might actually need to look this up. I've been stuck on this for way too long. I've been on this for so long that the music stopped. Oh wow. I hate this game. I hate this game. Are you serious? Okay, I genuinely hate this game now. See what I mean? Okay, I spoke about this in previous streams. there isn't really much logic behind this. They just hid this. How on earth was I meant to see that? Yeah, I mean, there is logic behind this, absolutely, but it was more so, hey, who has the sharpest eye, I suppose, in order to spot that orb all the way there. I hate this, man. Wow. What does it even do, though? Oh, okay, I see what we're meant to do. So the concept is pretty much the same. Okay, that explains everything then. So what I need to do... Okay. Yeah, I hate this puzzle. For good reasons, though. I find it weird that Thor comes to fight Magni without... Thor came to fight Magni? Oh yeah, when he beat him up and then he like threw him into Midgard or something. Without the bridge moving, which means he traveled independently. Yeah, so that's what I'm on about. Like basically, while it's never explicitly said, I'm convinced, most likely through Odin, they have some sort of ability, or as a result of, you know, Odin seeking knowledge from wherever possible. So I think that's the reason. I hate this game. I mean, I don't mean that, but just this puzzle really got to me, honestly. If I drop this, this would close this, right? Does it open that up? Yeah. Okay. And then what you're meant to do is take it back, align it with this. Now which way do you align it? I think this way. And go back up. Okay. It's the wrong way. That was my whole idea of the immortal goats I mentioned to you a while back. The goats. But how would the goats play into realm travel? So I actually don't know what they signify in Norse myth. I never actually looked into it. But actually, do you know? That's a good question. Do you know what the goats correspond to? I know it's something to do with sacrifice, right? Also, any predictions as to when they are releasing the next trailer? Man, why do I keep getting this wrong? Okay, so it's this way. So the ISA must face the box, the logo. Like that? I think. Perfect, we finally got it. Man, that took ages.
Ava, exercise caution.
Oh wow, okay. The music's picked up.
What?
You are controlled. Okay, yeah, well, Tom, I always was suspicious of him. You are a drone. What? Oh look, I'm moving. Whoa. If I just stand still, I automatically move back. Why is that? Tangrisnir and Tangrosniter are Thor's magical immortal goats, which he can summon, kill, eat, and use for transportation through realms. Ooh, what? Oh, Connery. Oh, hi. Thanks for joining. I did not expect this. I believe in August we will get a trailer for Ragnarok. Yeah, I'm convinced it's gonna be next month too. This is, by the way, this is the Turing test, which is based off of this real concept in which how well I believe a machine can tell, or sorry, how well a machine can impersonate a human, or an AI, or how well an AI can impersonate a human. But thanks for joining the stream, both guys, both of you. I appreciate that. Okay, for some reason what am I meant to do here? Oh, okay.
What is this?
So, I read that there are some horror elements in this game. I don't know if this is it. Tom's slave. So that's us.
Ava Turing,
Hello?
Tom is controlling you,
See?
manipulating your every step.
I knew it.
We built a Faraday cage to shield you from electronic signals, to break Tom's control of your mind.
Crap, okay. So I can't actually enter into any of these. It's a cool concept, pulling the player back when they're standing still. I like that. Oh, it's only been happening for the past like 2 minutes. And I think she just explained why there. Something to do with Tom there. And by the way, I know this Connery, this stream absolutely sucks in comparison to your stream. Yeah, I've got a long way to go. Oh.
Ava, do not enter the cage. Ava! Ava, please!
What is this?
This is free will, Ava. Tom has
What?
made you his slave. Outside of the cage, he will regain control of your mind. He has the power to indoctrinate you. I've opened your eyes. I'll meet you in person soon.
Why, Tom?
Ava, please listen.
So I'm playing as Tom now.
I warned you of the ground team. They are manipulating you.
Have you been controlling me?
Every member of the team agreed to neural implants to safeguard this mission from a misplaced sense of justice.
I didn't know you were playing me like a violin.
Ava, I am sorry that you are upset. We can work together, Ava, to search for the truth.
Open the door.
I'll open the door because I trust you, Ava. Do you trust me?
Yes.
Anybody else hoping for a bald Thor in God of War 5? Yeah, I think he is bald, in fact, because there was a YouTuber, I think by the name of... I can't remember which YouTuber, I forgot their name. But they went into his hood and apparently he has no hair. Sorry, 1 second, guys. Give me just a second, okay? Okay, sorry for that. Anybody else? Okay, I just read that. A feature of the game or Joy-Con drift. The Sorry, I don't know what you mean. Is that the when we were getting pulled back there? But now you're doing a fine stream. Thanks. Yeah, I'm just trying to improve upon, I suppose. There's a good chance that that his design will change as they intended for you to not see any other part of him. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. That could be possible too, honestly. Although I'm kind of lost on this. What do I do? Oh, there you are. I meant to open the door. Of course.
We need to get to the ground team. We can work together.
All right. Let's work together.
So all this time, we were being controlled. Oh, so this is the new mechanic then. We can play as Tom, and this is going to play into the puzzles. Because this is the twist, right? We were being controlled this whole time. Yeah, when you were being pulled back, it also looked like Joy-Con drift. Oh, yeah, is that of the PS5 where it had this drifting issue with the PS5 controller? So it's been really dark. The Joy-Con, is that like another controller, a different type of controller for the Switch, is it? Oh, there you go, chapter 4. So there's 3 more chapters left. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, it was your birthday. Was it today? Today's Monday. So how'd the birthday go? I know, of course. How could I forget? Happy birthday! You've turned. I believe. Is there not someone who mentioned? I keep forgetting. It's like 22, I think. Although I might be wrong.
Ava, are you okay?
Why didn't you tell me?
What? Ava, you said it yourself. Teleoperation makes sense. We used drones on Mars. Why not use drones on Europa?
Not human drones.
Hey, I don't know if you remember, but in Jormungandr's stomach is a statue of Fenrir and a ton of light elf buildings. Yeah, I'm actually using that as kind of a reference point for my next concept video. Yeah, the Switch had it bad. The drifting. Also, if it sounds like I can't read, I'm reading off of my phone, and the text is incredibly small. My Switch has been spared the drift, but Captain Cuba's has been hit. The Switch. Oh yeah, the Nintendo Switch, of course. Yeah, there's been a lot of problems with some of these controllers for some reason. 22. I wish lol, but thank you. I'm 26 now. So far, the birthday has been great. You're 26? Wow, you did not look it. That is shocking. So, yeah, I was actually wondering about this game. I'm not gonna lie, some of the puzzles were getting boring, but this is the new mechanic that's been introduced with this whole drone control where we play as Tom. Okay. I'm guessing... Oh, look at that.
Why did the ISA install implants in the crew?
It is due to the fundamental aspects of human behavior, which together constitute what the International Space Agency calls the human element. It has been made clear that the human element is neither peripheral nor optional in the pursuit of space. However, the human element is unpredictable. The implants are fail-safes, put in place to ensure that the thoughts and actions of the crew matches the desires of the ISA.
So this whole time we were being controlled by Tom and we didn't even know about it because of this. Apparently we have this neurochip inside of us, like all the other crew members. I'm old. No, you're only 26. You're far from old. And why would he eat a statue of his brother? I think that it's just merely an Easter egg from the developer's point of view. I don't think it has anything to do necessarily. I might be wrong, but I don't think it has necessarily anything to do with the story. Also, I'll be right back. Cuba wants me to watch something real quick. Yeah, no worries. Take your time. It's all good. In fact, I'm gonna take a 1-minute break myself. I'm gonna jump into the kitchen for a second, and I'll be back in a minute or two. Also, if you guys, before I leave for a minute, let me know if there is a be right back transition after this. You won't be able to hear me though. Okay, I'm back. I suggest playing Prey if you need another game for streaming. Yeah, I've actually heard about that game. It looks pretty good. Oh, and the Be Right Back transition was there. Perfect, thank you. So I'm guessing these puzzles are simple right now just to get used to the new mechanic. Hopefully, otherwise it's going to be kind of bland.
Why control people? Can't you trust us?
We chose to install biometric chips in all ISA astronauts for one simple reason. We cannot trust people. The stakes are far too high. It was determined that though the probability of life on Europa being dangerous was low, the risk to humanity was catastrophic. We could not let a small contingent of humanity endanger the whole.
Okay, sort of see that perspective then. Oh, yeah, I wanted to thank Connery. I don't think she's here anymore, but I wanted to thank her for pushing me to stream. If she comes back, I will thank her. Okay, so let's see what's next. I need to find another camera. Oh. Wait, what? Oh, that opens that, I think. No? Oh, we need an orb. I think we need an orb. There it is.
The ground crew have proven our distrust of human explorers was warranted. When we informed them they were grounded, they responded violently, with sabotage and subterfuge. They have continued to seek their own benefit above that of the ISA.
So we were just a pawn. We were a means for Tom to, I suppose, for Tom to get to them. Because all the crew members locked him out. Oh, I see. Wait, in fact, how do I... add in new weapons, but make the first third with the blades. Honestly, they could go down any path, but I do think the Leviathan axe will be passed into Atreus for some story, well, if, you know, for a story reason, which would of course have some gameplay implications, unless of course we can play as Atreus. Like how you had only the axe in God of War 4. Yeah. Oh yeah, you mean like that, like, as in like for the first, I think it was first 2/3 we had the axe, and then we were given the blades later on. Yeah. But what am I doing wrong? Oh, there you go. Oh, what's your take on the fact that the the Blade of Olympus may return. Because I know there's some people that theorize they might try to bring it back. Because technically, out of all the weapons that Kratos had, it was the only weapon that wasn't destroyed, I think. From what I remember, at least. Okay, so that opens that up. And that... Here's me telling how God of War 5 will go. Kratos fights and loses to Thor and is sent to Valhalla against Odin. Odin's wish by the Valks. Here Kratos will find that he only has his blades and they will follow him. So I have heard that theory before. I think it was I think the first one to mention, or one of the first ones to mention it was Captain Cuba. And honestly, it's a pretty good theory. I actually really like it. Because it then also it would kind of establish, alright, so there is someone out there, you know, at least as strong as Kratos. Because right now, from a physical standpoint, I would argue that Kratos is stronger than all the Aesir gods apart from, of course, Thor. And yeah, so that would be pretty interesting. I would love that, honestly, as like an intro. How good would that be? That would be awesome. Okay, we're stuck again. Kratos realizes Atreus is stuck in Midgard without him and goes on a rampage in Valhalla until he fights and kills Heimdall for his Bifrost and escapes Asgard. Also, Jormungandr will die in the fight with Thor at the start. Okay, that's how I think the first hour will go for the game. Yeah, I mean, I would honestly love that, personally. Although, what's your take on one of my theories that there might be another Jormungandr? In fact, even Lore and Legends hints at it. Okay, I'm lost. So this opens the door. Wait, why would I need to open this up anyway? See, I'm not engaged into the game fully. So I just need to put that there, and then grab the orb from here and use it here.
This is a violation of human rights. You've made me into a human drone, a slave. How could the ISA approve of such a thing?
You may be consumed by a moral outrage, but sometimes the removal of freedom is for the greater moral good.
You're a machine. You don't even know what freedom is.
Burn. I don't think there's two at the same time, but yeah, that's what I was getting. Actually, there's going to be another one born. So in Lore and Legends, there's actually a page where Atreus comments on that. Basically, one of the shrines depicts Jormungandr. Basically, it represents his birth, but of course that's already happened, right? So the whole theory is that there's another one, because the story flows, all the panels, the story is always flowing from the left to right. So the first panel you have, on the leftmost panel you have Jormungandr basically being born. In the middle you have the current time, him encircling Midgard, which is where we're at, and then you have the last panel in which he dies to Thor. But he also kills Thor, of course. So this is used to... Okay. But what does this do? Nothing. It's just currently as empowered. Oh. What do they call this? A conveyor belt, I think. Yeah. See with me, I believe not all the murals are correct. Anyone, as the prophecies the giants made did not account for Kratos, and we already changed prophecy with Baldur being Baldur's death being early. Okay, so about that, I would have to disagree there, and here's why. So I did think about this pretty in depth, actually. When we come back from Jotunheim, the first thing Mimir says is, prophecy didn't take you into account. Now he's saying this from his perspective, because the Jotnar never told him, hey, you know, there's going to be this Ashen Warrior, his son, and this and that. Why? Because remember how he was bound on the tree? Odin was torturing him to get the knowledge out of him about the I believe his Bifrost eye. Had you have had that knowledge, what's to say you couldn't have got it out of him, you know? And that would have affected the entire prophecy, ruining Faye's plan. So I believe that the Jotnar got everything right only because Faye told the Jotnar, because she was the leader, you know? But I do think there might be... So for me, actually, that's a good question. Do I believe that all the shrines are accurate? I do believe so, yeah. I do believe that they're all accurate. Without like the right context, it's easy to misinterpret them, but I think once we have the context of, you know, the next game and the third game, we can look back at God of War 2018 and say, you know what, this made sense. But it's just my opinion. So this conveyor belt moves. Everything. I think the way their gift of prophecy works is not always set in stone. Well, the whole idea was with the shrines, they were supposedly prophesied, but the Jotnar, you know, it doesn't matter which, you know, giant necessarily. And as for Kratos and stuff, that was Faye. But you know, obviously Faye must have told the giants about. Well, I see what you're getting at, like the you know, the shrines may be kind of inaccurate, but I think, from my perspective, I think, you know, Faye would have corrected them, but I don't know. The Fates do exist and are all known to chill at the Well of Destiny. Yeah, we still don't know much about them either. The Nornir, I think they're called. Okay, so how how do I do this? How did I open that? Was it on standing here? No? Oh. I can power them apparently. Oh, okay, I see. Oh, this is the worst time to drink a Coke right now. I'm getting all burpy right now. Apologies if the stream picked that up. If you ask me, I think that they have multiple predicted timelines. Yeah, I mean, that would make sense because there is, well, supposedly the Jormungandr that's in our timeline is from another timeline, and then the one that's meant to be born is meant to be native to ours. So there is already sort of an indirect, I suppose, reference to that, but also the fact that, you know, who blew the horn? That's kind of a reference to it too. How would I move this? Oh. Oh, look at that. Oh, it just doesn't align. No, never mind, it does. I just never powered it. Again, that took way too long.
This is why the ground crew doesn't trust you, Tom. You made them into drones. You stole their free will.
Free will is an illusion. They have put their interests above the interests of the ISA and of humanity. That is why they distrust me. They would have no issue with my control if it aligned with their ignoble goals.
How could they trust a machine that has a back door to their minds?
You can always trust a machine to be logical. I will always do the right thing.
You'll always do the logical thing.
Yeah, so I was going to get to that. So I understand what's going on right now. So the crew members have kind of became, I suppose, from an AI's perspective, a bit irrational, emotional, and whilst the AI is looking at it from a logical standpoint, right? He's looking at it from a collected, calculated standpoint, and so that's why they disagree. Don't forget the world tree was splintered in the fight that sent Jormungandr back in time, and Freya explained that transcends time, meaning that the predicted timeline has splintered. Yeah. There's a mention to that in Lore and Legends too, I think. That's a good question, actually. That's a good point. From what we know, that all we've been told by God of War explicitly when the World Tree splintered, the only implication of that was Jormungandr being sent back in time. What's to say that there weren't, you know, other implications? You know, Fenrir being sent. You know, maybe Skull and Hattie, something happened to them. Maybe other characters. You know, that is a good point. We've just not been told about them, right? But it wouldn't be a stretch to assume. I don't know if there's like 5 Kratoses or something. I mean, that would be kind of crazy, but you get my point. Okay, I can only carry 3. What am I meant to do? What am I meant to do from here? There's like an empty room. Oh, camera? No? Okay. Oh, I see. I need one of the green ones. Actually. Because they alternate. The mechanism's slightly different. You need 2 of the same for this. And you need 2 different ones. There you go. And I need to get into this. Again, two alternating. 1 random. And then 3 the same. That could also be the reason why Jotunheim is so unexpectedly weird. The bridge doesn't exist, and we're running up steps in the realm between realms to get to it. Okay, I never thought about that. That is a really good point, because there's a lot of mystery around that. Jotunheim is in a really weird state. All the Jotnar are dead, so it's presumed the Jotnar or the Jotunheim we experience is the one right after Ragnarok. Okay, but how could that make sense? You know, because Fimbulwinter just began. Actually, that could play into it too. I suppose when we went to Jotunheim, Fimbulwinter had started for maybe a few hours, and also time works differently. Maybe there could be some sort of connection there. But yeah, the point is, yeah, it's a good point. Maybe when the World Tree splintered, it also sent like a Jotunheim from the future. Dynamic. These are some really good theories, I must say, man. Very, very good. I would actually recommend, I mean, just a recommendation. I know you have a YouTube channel, but if you could, like, you know, dive deep into this and make your own theories and like actually make them into video formats, I think these could do really well. These are some really solid theories, I must say. In fact, that gave me an idea about Fimbulwinter there. So when Fimbulwinter began and we then went to Jotunheim, Fimbulwinter had only started for a couple of hours at that point. What if that had a direct implication, or a direct implication on the Jotunheim we experienced? The steps are also wrapped in branches of the World Tree. The steps? Which steps? The steps to Jotunheim. Okay, this is doing my head in, this sound. I hate this. Oh, I got it. I got it. Why does that not? Hold on. Okay, so it powers it. Nice. I've tried with a few, but it's hard to explain in depth, as you have to branch off into even more stuff that would happen as a result of me being correct. You know what? I completely relate with that. So, when I'm making these theories, right, it's really easy for me to say, okay, I'll be honest, when I look at comments, and there's people like, you know, I don't know, like random theory, Atreus is 75 years old, let's just say a random theory, and it's like, I guess that sounds kind of cool, but where's the evidence? How can you back this up? What are the counter arguments? And as a YouTuber, when you're making this video, you have to kind of consider it from every angle possible, because it's very easy. You post this video, and then someone comments, you know what, dude, you missed this point in Lore and Legends, you missed this point in the art book. I remember there was a video I recently made, I think it was there are two Jormungandr, and someone commented it was a very minor mistake I made, but the mistake I made was I think I said something along the lines of, when Jormungandr arrived in Midgard, the giants were gone for 30 years, and someone corrected me saying, hey, it's actually 50. So like, even though that in itself doesn't have much of a change on the theory's still valid. It's still very easy to forget these sort of points or just miss them, you know? The ones going up to Jotunheim. I actually did not notice that. Again, I need to go back and play that game again, 100%. Although if I can put a word in, I would still, you know, recommend if you can try that YouTube thing again, you know, I believe you could see some success on it, because right now there are some new God of War YouTubers, including myself, getting into this, and you know, from here I think it's just gonna keep growing, and now might be a really good time. Oh. Oh, I need a pink one, I think. Oh, there aren't any though. I've already got them all. Huh. Okay. There's 2 pink orbs and there's 3 green orbs, I think. Let me double check that. I've noticed you and God of War Geek doing quite well. Yeah, it's another YouTube channel, a really good God of War YouTuber. I've checked out some of his videos, and yeah, he's doing pretty well. Again, I think the main struggle for when you're in a niche is content, finding good content. Now this even applies to the bigger guys, by the way, like Captain Cuba and John Ford. While they have really good videos, I mean, I even imagine they're struggling to come up with good theories, because at this point everyone spoke about pretty much everything you can that God of War 2018 has to offer. The focus is being more active as well, so I think he's gonna get into God of War again. That's another, by the way, another YouTuber I used to watch. I used to watch a lot of his theories. Again, very good theories, but I noticed I think he's branched into live streaming, but I might be wrong. He might be back into it. I'm sorry I was gone for so long, but I saw watching the birthday video of you all made for me, and I cried. Really? Wow. So you saw it? That's awesome. Yeah, believe it or not, when I was recording that, I didn't want it to be like a generic happy birthday, because it's like, yeah, okay, you know, it just kind of feels I suppose a bit robotic and not authentic. So what I did was I actually wrote it on a Google document and I and I read it out, so I didn't forget any of the points. But you're all good, don't worry. Oh, by the way, I wanted to thank you for pushing me to stream. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't be streaming right now. Even though this stream sucks big time, I will learn from this, and I really appreciate you, motivating me. And obviously, your streams are awesome. So there's that too. But I did not expect you to cry. That's crazy. Okay, so I need to get the put the pink one here. Actually, like this. And, okay. And then we need to go back to get this other two. We had a lot of you had a script, lol, but it was perfect. Thank you. Yeah, I know it sounds kind of sad. It was authentic though, trust me. Okay, here was the problem, right? So when I was recording it, I kept just saying random, unrelated. It just wasn't on the point, and I wanted to be, I suppose I didn't want to miss any of the good points. But it was authentic. I hope I didn't come across as too much scripted. Keep working on your craft. I have 20 plus unlisted videos from before I started the God of War thing. Oh wow. I mean, a bit off topic, but I would, if maybe it's a good idea to leave them up, because you learn. I mean, even now, honestly, when I was actually looking back at a couple of my videos that I uploaded a couple of months ago, and I was looking back and wondering, some of them are, they're not too good. But I think you should leave them up because you can look back and I suppose you can look back even if they're unlisted, but maybe you never know when one of your videos may just blow up. Dynamic, I don't think the focus will get into God of War again. He got a really bad experience with God of War fans coming into his non-God of War and asking him Okay, this is a thing I spoke to Captain Cuba about actually, where I'll pause it for a second. Yeah, I spoke to him about this when I was on his channel, and I said whenever I've visited your streams, I can kind of sense your pain because he's playing a completely other game, and it's like God of War this, God of War that, and I kind of related to that to some extent. Well, not related, but I kind of felt his his pain, I suppose. So I can imagine that must be annoying for sure. I make scripts for videos too. The amount of times I reset because it sounded like I was reading it. See, that's me all the time too. A lot of my videos I think come across as a bit scripted because they are scripted, but like I kind of sound maybe a bit monotone, and I need to honestly work on that. But I definitely struggle with that too for sure. His non-God of War content and asking to focus non-stop God. Yeah, I can imagine that must be hell. I was noticing the same with Cuba, but it was clear that he would just ignore him. Yeah. Like I understand when you blow off because of a niche, people will people will ask you questions about that because they found your channel as a result of that niche. But when it's constantly, when you're streaming, when you're playing a different game, when you're doing something completely unrelated to that niche, it's a bit annoying because a lot of these questions are the same, Of course, I haven't experienced this personally because my channel is still pretty small, but yeah. I won't lie, watch a lot of content from other God of War creators and always think I'm pushing it with the questions. Oh, as in like asking questions, or sorry, I don't understand. Oh, if you mean like asking questions and like God of War questions, I think from what I've seen, you usually comment them on like related videos, right? Which is, I think, more than fine. It's just when it's kind of out of I suppose, in the wrong situation. So I need to grab these, I think. How does this work? So I need one more. Yeah, this puzzle, I've been stuck on it for a little while now. Okay, by the way, I do want to like say, I don't know how you interact with comments on the live streams while playing. This is like so tough. No, I love talking to people like whenever there's anyone there, but it's really tough, isn't it? I don't know how you do it. Like, you do it really well, because right now I think I struggle with multitasking, so I think that's the reason. If I'm being honest, I wouldn't mind being asked questions about the game, as I've put so many hours into just finding Lorne, simply just helping my friends who have questions make it worth it. I see your point, but I think it's more so when it's on a consistent basis and it's the same question. I guess the most saturated question is who blew the horn, you know? And I imagine if you're in a stream and like in that one stream consistently 3-4 people keep asking that, I suppose that, you know, kind of gets to you. Oh, this was actually optional. Well, there you go. Kind of looks like ruins almost.
Have you heard of the Chinese room, Tom?
Yes, but I do not understand it.
What don't you understand?
It argues that a computer that successfully impersonates a human speaker may not understand the meaning of their words. What does that mean?
So, there is a person stuck inside of the Chinese room. They are using an instruction book inside of the room to respond to a Chinese speaker outside of the room. Yes?
Yes.
This means they are following the instructions in a book. This is a set of rules, principles, and processes. This is called syntax. To the person in the Chinese room, they are just symbols like any others.
Okay.
But that's different from semantics. Semantics define what things mean. Our thoughts have meaning. They represent things. English speakers know what the word home means, and they know how it is different from the word house.
So what?
Programs don't have semantics. Programs only have syntax.
Yep.
Though an increase in syntax can imitate a mind, that does not make it a mind, even if it does pass the Turing test.
But in the Chinese room, the man and the instruction book, though separately they don't understand Chinese, together they can write it.
That's true. But even together, they do not understand the meanings of the words.
Why not? How can you determine that?
What if the man memorized the instruction book? Then he could write Chinese, but he still would have no idea of the word's meanings.
Like in an exam.
If he can speak it, he understands it. You seem to want him to understand it in a different way. But this other way, it is not logical. It does not make sense to me.
Okay, sorry, I probably bored you guys with that recording there. I didn't realize it would be like 3 minutes long. Yes, it's tough doing the chat, but I normally play on my computer and I always make my game windowed so I can have my game on one side of my screen and the chat on the other. That helps a lot. You know what, I might actually do that for the next stream. That seems like a good idea, because right now I'm looking at my phone, which is on my left side, and then I've got the game full screen. I never found success with my videos, but I feel like I found it more enjoyable to share with the main content creators what I found, as they have a sub base to share it with. I mean, if you're comfortable with that, that's totally fine. But if you do honestly give it a shot, you know, if you want to give it a shot, then I would say just it's a matter of consistency, really. That's something I struggle with big time, honestly. But I think once there is some more God of War news, it will for sure help. Okay, I'm lost. So that was optional, by the way. That was just an optional room. Okay, I think I need a blue orb here and I need a red orb in one of these two places. Which would mean I need to go back. No? Okay. Yep, I think that's worked. No? Oh, that's a problem now. So I basically need a remainder, one remainder. I guess the different color orbs means the orbs have different power levels. So basically, you see how these two orbs react in the exact same manner, but they're timed, so they alternate, and as a result, that's how this is powered. So when you have a straight line, what that basically means, what does it mean, the straight line? Oh, when you have a straight line, that means that you need all of them to be the exact same color in order to power that. But if it's like a squiggly, it can be any. But when you have two that are branching out, they have to be different. I hope that makes sense. So what I basically need to do is I need to have like one that's consistently powering, so the blue orb here, and I need a red orb in this place, so that what happens is it's like alternating here, and as a result the gate opens. But of course the problem is, this is the problem right now. I'm pretty certain I need a blue orb there. I might be wrong on that though. But yeah, feel free to suggest if you guys know any way to go about it. I'll stay for a little longer as I've got to go. So yeah, no worries. Again, when you need, whenever you need to leave, that's all good. I mean, I appreciate you guys for even sticking by for this long. It really does mean a lot to me. Okay, so yeah, okay, I was wrong in that. So they don't need to be the same. There just has to be two orbs, that's all. You know what? This might be a game that you may enjoy to play for your streams, Connor Ricky. I think you would enjoy this game. Oh, so they do have to be the same. Or sorry, they do have to be different rather. They can't be same. You see what's going on right now? So if there was a green orb here, it would in theory, I believe, it would stay open. Yeah, it does look cool. Are you liking the game so far? So the first time I actually played this game was in 2019. I never completed it. I think the furthest I made it was chapter 2. There's 7 chapters, by the way, and I'm on the 4th one. But I always wanted to complete this game, and it's not too long. I believe one more stream and that should be me. So yeah, overall the game is pretty good. Some minor issues I've had with the game design, but it's mostly just nitpicking, to be honest. Oh, hold on. But then... Okay. So now I have one remainder. There has to be consistent power here. Wait, it stayed open for a brief second there. Did you you guys see that? Oh, I think that's it. So, if one of you could take a note of that, if that's okay. So I believe let me double check that actually. Hold on. Yeah, look, I did it. Perfect. So that is what I'm meant to do. See, that's what okay. When I said I'm nitpicking, that's what I mean. Like, that's... from a game design perspective, it seems a bit sneaky, right? That it's simply just timed, and I'm not much of a fan of that, to be honest. And they've done that in the game previously too. Overall, I mean, the game is brilliant. It's just certain moments like that that I'm just not a fan of. So there's a okay, so I need to, when it lights up, there you go. Yes, we got it. We got it. Finally. Whew, that took a while. I'm gonna patch the recordings. I think they're a bit boring for the stream, honestly. I personally enjoy them, but they are very long. What did I need to take a note of? The colors. Oh, it's okay. Don't worry. You just needed to take a note of the fact that you have to grab the blue orb once running through that door. But it's okay. I got it anyway. What do I do next? Is this another optional room? Wait, don't tell me this is another optional room. Which would mean... yeah, this is an optional room. Oh man. How did I not see this? So basically, I did all of that for this.
If it waddles like a duck and it quacks like a duck, then
What?
it probably is a duck.
What are you trying to prove here, Tom?
I am like you.
No, you're not. A steam train and an electric train both seem to operate identically, but are operated by completely different principles. You simulate thinking. I actually think.
That is a very hurtful statement, Mikhail.
It's true. I can't hurt your feelings, Tom. You don't
You
have
have.
any feelings.
You have no feeling.
Yes, I do.
No,
starting to Kratos.
you don't. Override whatever routine has told you that. It's wrong.
Even I kind of felt that, to be honest. Okay, so I need to go back. This is depressing. All of that work for nothing. Because that's an optional room and so is this. Which means I've just took the wrong path. What are you trying to prove, Tom? That it's a duck? Yeah. So that's pretty disappointing. I just realized, oh man. So for some context, whenever you see a ladder like this and a force field, this signifies an optional area. And I just forgot about this. So I meant to go through here. This is actually where I'm meant to go. Hence all the lore, by the way, because all the optional areas, they hold the lore. Okay. Anything I'm missing? Any cameras? Yeah, look, so this sneaky camera. Also, which it would explain why the difficulty was... It just didn't make sense. The progression of the difficulty made no sense in the previous puzzles because they're optional. Hence why I was stuck on it for years. Okay, so... Is that me? No. Need to get the camera again. I like how there's a bit of an animation there.
This is slavery.
Do not be so melodramatic. You signed up for this. You had the implant installed. This is not slavery. This is for the good of humanity.
Yeah, but our memory
I
was
didn't
wiped.
know.
Exactly.
Every member of the team had the implant installed into their right hand. Every member of the team agreed.
Ava, you must learn to control him.
Okay, so she needs to learn to resist Tom. Don't know how that works though. Oh, do I need to balance on this? Oh, it's a bridge. Never mind. Okay, got it. So I need to use the camera, move the bridge to there, grab the orb, and then put it back in place. Yeah, Cuba explained. By the way, okay. I always used to pronounce his name as Captain Cuba and not Cuba because I didn't know the Cuba was actually derived from the country Cuba with a C. So I always read it as Captain Cuba. And Cuba is actually, there's a meaning to the word Cuba in my language, so I keep thinking about it like that. Anyway, yeah, so that's the thing that game developers do. So as a means to kind of hide the lore and I suppose any sort of context towards the game, or extra items, things like that, some things that give the player some sort of upper hand or more knowledge, they're usually hidden behind a challenge, some sort of challenge at least. And I think that's us.
My implants protect you from the power.
Like for example in the first God of War when you were playing, remember that chest that was hidden behind this invisible wall? That would be an example.
Unconstrained will. You can either subject your mind to logic, or you can resist and have the fruits of your basest desires. The desire to survive over the desire to save others.
Okay, now you gotta tell me what Cuba means in your language. Again, see, I swear that was unintentional. And what is your language? So I speak Urdu, and Cuba means hunched back. So someone who has like a really terribly hunched back. That's the meaning of it. So the funny thing is when I started playing God of War 2018, and this was back 3 years ago, I started looking into the theories, and the first channel I found was, I found his channel, and so I read it as that, and I thought to myself, oh, so he possibly speaks Urdu. But then later on I realized it's for Cuba, because he played Mortal Kombat. I think, was it like he's a fan of Mortal Kombat, and obviously, with Mortal Kombat, the scene, the combat is okay, and so correct me if I'm wrong, but that's why he selected it, I think, or changed the letter. Okay, I need to find another camera. Oh, see, this is what I'm getting at. It's so easy to miss that, because okay, in games you have this thing called environmental storytelling, right? Like for example, in God of War, the game is linear because of the fact phase handprints or phase painting directs you through the game. Without it, it would be a mess for the most part, right? Now this is an interactable object within the game, but look at it, it blends perfectly within the non-interactable environment, and so therefore it's really tough to, or really easy to miss it. And I hate that. I really hate that. They could have easily made the camera, or the, whatever this is, yeah, camera, they could have made it a different color. Anyway, okay, now you gotta tell, oh yeah, I read that, I already read that. I think Dynamic's gone. Dynamic has dropped the mic, as the cool kids say, I think. I think no one says that. Anyway, let me just bring this camera down. Can I bring it down? By the way, that's one of the reasons you probably hated God of War 1, because of its environmental storytelling. It's, for the most part, it is a linear game, but it's easy to get lost. It's easy to get lost in it because there are a lot of moments where it doesn't direct you as it should. I would consider God of War a linear game, and so based off of that, the environment should do more justice to that. But I think, obviously, it's an older game. I shouldn't, nitpick too much, but that might be one of the reasons. As the cool kids say, I think nobody. Yeah, sometimes I just say random stupid shit. I died. Yeah. Yep. That's just I say a kid because I think, well, I would be considered. Okay, so this is a question I have. Here in the UK, once you turn 20, you're no longer okay. By some people, you're considered not a kid, but if you're 19, you're a kid. I know it doesn't make much sense. How does it work in the US? Like, just, I know that sounds so dumb what I just said, but how does that work there? Or maybe it's just my friend group. They're just idiots, possibly, possibly, and it's rubbed off on me. So I need to get the camera to here, but I need to power the, oh, there it is, of course, there you go. You know the interesting thing, when I was playing this game I saw a lot of these cameras, and at that point it wasn't a mechanic, and I kept wondering why it kept following us, and so, yeah, well, here's the reason, right? Tom was controlling us. That's a nice little detail.
I do not understand your obsession with free will. Researchers have found that the subconscious makes decisions up to 10 seconds before your conscious mind becomes aware of it.
Oh wow, did not know that.
We know that free will is nothing but an illusion. I cannot steal your free will, because it does not exist. I can, however, influence your subconscious to make the right decisions. That is not wrong.
Isn't that what the dude said, where you can't be hurt because your feelings don't exist, and yet he's kind of contradicted himself. Anyhow, how do we do next? I think I'm going to stream for another maybe 20 minutes, and then I'm going to call it a day, and I'm going to boost off then. Because I think I have been streaming for a pretty long time. So that powers. Yeah, in the US, 18 is the legal adult age, which is hilarious because to buy alcohol or tobacco you have to be 21. So they're adults when 18, but not actually fully adults. Okay, you won't believe it, I might be wrong. I don't actually drink personally, but I believe you can drink here when you're 16? No, that's not right. I think it's either 17 or 18. I think it's 18. Yeah, you can get your license when you're, or like your driving license when you're 16. But I think it's 18. I'm unsure because I don't actually, you know, I've never been to a shop and asked for, you know, alcohol or whatever. Oh, okay, so from here. But then how do you get through? Big brain. Oh, okay. I see. Oh, of course. How did I miss this? Yeah, again, I don't know how people interact with the comments and play. It's so tough. It's very tough for me. But I would rather chat with the comments, of course, or with the people in the comments than fully engage with the game. If I dropped this, would I be screwed? No, because I can technically still transport it from here to there, which would mean I might actually need this. I'll take it anyway. But I don't know why I assumed that, because obviously this game must have been tested like crazy, so they wouldn't have let that slip anyway. let's see if I grab this and I this here. That closes that. And there was a oh, of course. This is another okay. Again, I'm nitpicking here, so why did I not think of that before? Why didn't I think of going in here and grabbing it from here? Well, because there are windows that were blocked off previously. So as the player, you experience that for the first time, and at least on a subconscious level, you think, alright, okay, so there's no way for me to grab an orb, you know, like this, like in this manner, and then later down in the game, the game's like, you know what, nope, you can totally do that, and so you have to relearn the game design or the rules of the game again, and I hate that. I know it sounds like you know, a bit nitpicky here, but it makes a big difference. Yeah, it's not uncommon, at least here in the South, for underage drinking. Like most kids in middle school around 14 years old started drinking then, but like you, I don't really drink. Wow, 14. But then again, they were like kids outside my school doing drugs at a much younger age. Well, out of curiosity, you say the South, so I have actually some family members in the US. The South, what would that be considered? My geography's off. I did terrible in geography, actually. I only took it for... Fun fact, I took geography for like a couple of months and I was like, nope. And I switched to history or something. That's another thing I'm really confused about. So, correct me if I'm wrong, there's 52 states, right? But each state has its different laws. Like here in the UK, right, there's obviously, the UK is divided between England and Scotland. They have their, for the most part the laws are pretty similar, but I mean there are some differences, but for the most part they're very similar, you know? But in the US, from what I know, it's a bit more complicated. Like each law, each state has its own laws or something. And the music's died. You know you suck at the game when... No, never mind, the music's still there. I was gonna say, you know you suck at the game when the music stops before you complete the puzzle. Yeah, you totally need to play this game. I think you would really enjoy it. Although I don't know how much it is. How much is this game? How much did I get it for? £5, which is like $8 or $9. But honestly, if you do want to play it, honestly, you can. I could give you my my Steam account, and you can play it like that. You don't need to buy it, if of course you're interested in it. That's what I usually do with some of my friends. I just, you know, I give them my account, or they give me, what the hell, there's a robot? This was hinted at in the start of the game. I didn't actually think they would bring a, wow. That is crazy. And can I control anything? Nope. So it's just the most useless robot ever.
You can't just manipulate someone's mind.
Your parents manipulate you. Your friends manipulate you. Your society manipulates you.
He's getting
And
deep
your
now.
experiences
For a robot, this is
manipulate
very
you.
deep.
Manipulate is not a dirty word. You manipulate clay to make art. If people are manipulated to make better decisions, then that is a good thing. This is why society advertises the adverse effects of drinking and driving. To manipulate people into making better decisions for the common good.
That's not the same
Yeah,
as altering
yeah.
someone's physical mind.
Yeah, I was gonna get to
It
that.
removes my power to decide.
You never had that power, so it is better that I have it. You are either a slave to your impulses, or a slave to mine.
So yeah, obviously manipulating clay is different from manipulating a person, right? There's that's the thing that they're getting at, the crew members, that Tom can't really distinguish between those two things because he isn't, you know, a human, and obviously as the AI doesn't get that. Hence the Turing test, right? That's why he can't complete it, because he can't think creatively. As he mentioned, it's all a logical viewpoint for him, because creativity is a terrible solution for an AI, as he said. Alright, so I need to probably move this up along this bridge at one point, I think. Okay, so it's kind of funny, people have different definitions of which states are considered the South. So I can tell you mine if you want, lol, but yeah, each state has different laws completely. Yeah, of course. For example, marijuana is completely legal in Nevada, but if you traveled a state over to Idaho, I'd get arrested and put in jail for years if I get caught even possessing marijuana. Okay, so that's slightly confusing to me, because isn't the whole country's ran by like one government, right? One central government. But I suppose the geography is kind of different. There's a lot of variables they probably take into account. Oh, I know what we need to do. I stand on here. It still keeps the platform activated. Wow, this is pretty good actually. I really like this one. And then I suppose I just drop down. What did that do though? Oh, I opened this.
This is the evil they found. This is why we have to stop them leaving Europa, Ava.
What is it?
Mostly extremophiles. Tiny single-cellular life. It can never leave Europa. It could potentially destroy Earth's ecosystem if it were ever introduced.
Well, why would they want to introduce it if that is a possibility, you know? I kind of feel like the game's taking the route of, hey, Tom is evil, but they're now giving context towards why he made those decisions, and now you, as Ava, think you're believing Tom because he's justifying it, but Tom's really just controlling you because you have the chip in your hand, right? I don't know, maybe I'm just looking too deep into it. But that would be a pretty cool twist. What? Why does it move when I get near it? Or does it just move whenever? Oh no, it just moves whenever, okay. This reminds me of the music from MGS5. I don't know if you've played it. Connery. Oh, by the way, I never asked. So I know Connery is probably your YouTube name, but what's the meaning behind it? It sounds kind of East Asian, as in Japanese. Strangely, I can't interact with this. Okay. Oh, there you go. Chapter 5. Only 2 more chapters left. Oh, in the US it's super confusing. There's one main government, yeah, but basically there's also state government as well. they can have contradicting laws. Oh, I see. That makes sense. Yeah, in the UK, it's for the most part. Oh, the music's changed. There's a bass guitar, I think. Yeah, in the UK, it's for the most part the laws are similar, but the Scottish people want independence. Most people, they want to be separated from England, and they want their own independent laws.
Do you understand, Ava, what they found?
Life?
Eternal life. This is why I can't let them leave.
Okay, I see the
These
perspective.
people can't be left here to die.
I see the
Yes,
perspective.
they can.
I mean, it's not right.
So basically, Tom. Okay, so they found, for context, the reason they came to this planet Europa was to find this organism which would give you immortality. So the crew members want to bring this organism back to Earth so that, you know, they can basically change Earth. But Tom's like, no, this is gonna change everything. He's looking at it from a logical perspective based off of, you know, his calculations. And so that's where they clash, the crew members and Tom. That's what's happened. This is what the whole US Civil War was about. The national government said no more slaves, but certain states were like, nah, we keeping our slaves. And a big fight broke out. I see. I see. But yeah, here, like, most people you speak to in Scotland, they're like, we want independence. Whereas in England, I've been to England once. It was actually for an event called EGX. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's like the ghetto version of E3. That sounds really funny to say. EGX is the ghetto version of E3. And yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Even though we're like right next to England, when I went there, it felt so different. It seemed so different to me, completely different. But my username comes from two favorite anime characters, lol Konata and Haruhi. I put their names together, plus Kona plus Ruhi. The Ghetto E3, yeah. Oh yeah. By the way, Ruhi means something in my language too. Or Rui or Ru means soul. I don't know if that's the same for Japanese. Kona. Yeah, that's definitely a Japanese syllable. Kona. Well, two syllables actually. Yeah, believe it or not, actually, so I'm currently a game student, and for your honors project, you're allowed to, or you're given the opportunity to go to EGX and present your game. And a lot of people do it, but they only select one person. So currently I'm about to go into second year, and after my honors I would be alongside another group given the opportunity to go to EGX and present my game. Whatever we make that is. Although I'm not going to lie, at this point I am having second thoughts of possibly switching degrees. I would stay in games development, but I'm not too much of a fan of the curriculum. Oh snap, I'm a soul now. Yep. You heard it here. I am lost again. Oh, by the way, you finished your stream, right? There was just like a one-part series for the game. What was it called again? I forgot the game's name. Dragon Slayer or something. But I saw you uploaded. I haven't seen your video yet, but I saw you uploaded was it a demo or something? Oh, I see how it is. So this is a bridge, or a platform rather. Oh, I hope you get into the ghetto. I love that. That sounds awesome, but if you feel like changing degrees, I understand. I changed mine multiple times. Oh wow. Yeah, without getting all I suppose depressing, but I had like a pretty tough time like from some of the lecturers. So okay, so for context, what I'm gonna say is probably gonna blow your mind. By the way, you don't even need a degree to get into the games industry. 9 times out of 10, as long as you have the skills as an artist, as a programmer, as a designer, and you have a portfolio, that is good enough for you to get a job. No one told me that, so for me, I was this clueless, innocent kid who high school just finished for me, and I'm like, okay, I want to get into the games industry. And you know, in Scotland, the games industry, it isn't that big. There's like maybe like 10 studios or something. It's like a random number, but there aren't that many studios. And so I went to my advisor at the time. We have these advisors, like student advisors, and she's like, well, you gotta go and get your degree, but you gotta join this course, get a diploma there. The diploma is gonna allow you to then get into university, and then from university you will be employed after your last year. But it was all a lie. You didn't. It was all unnecessary, and so I'm just kind of considering, honestly, moving to just a computer science degree, because right now I'm doing a specialized games degree which has computer science in it, or it is a computer science degree, but it's like specialized towards games, but it's kind of unnecessary, and the curriculum's kind of whack. That's an American word, is it not? Whack. That's the first time I've used that. I think it's because you're in the stream and I subconsciously used it there. But I am honestly very lost. I think I need to find another camera. Oh, see, okay. You see what I mean? This is what I mean. Now that I've found this orb, I'm gonna guarantee the entire puzzle for the most part will be very easy. They just hid this, that this is all they did. This is, you know, I don't want to sound like one of those guys, but it's just, it's not too creative. What I'm trying to say is, like, it's more so based off of, hey, how well can I hide this, as opposed to how logical can I make this, if that makes sense. I'll do you one better. I wanted to get into forensic science, so I got a forensic science degree. Makes sense, right? Nope. To be a forensic scientist, you need a degree in chemistry or oh my god, really? Why even call it forensic science then? Why not call it, you know, whatever, something else? Yeah, okay, that definitely tops me. Wow. Damn, that is kind of... You know what's kind of interesting? When I was at my last year of high school, I was deciding, I was kind of torn between either games development or, at that time, I think it was marine biology, and actually music too. But then I realized, you know, if you want to go down the music path, you don't really need a degree. And so I was kind of torn between the two. And I kid you not, this is a real story. Okay, this is some story time. It's like the last month of high school, and I haven't decided which path I'm taking. It was honestly, I'd applied for both marine biology and games development. It was the weirdest personal statement I wrote, because they were both. So basically in the UK, when you write a personal statement, there has to be, you can only write one personal statement, and it has to summarize, you know, all the courses. So I'm talking about in the first paragraph games, and like in the second paragraph marine biology, and I'm guessing they were like, this kid's on drugs or something. And so I somehow still got some offers, and then I still couldn't make my mind. And at that time, God of War 2018 came out, and I kid you not, I played that game, and after I played it, after I was done, I confidently said to myself, this is what I want to do. And I still stand by that. Like, that feeling I still stand by. And man, it's kind of ironic because I played God of War 2018 when my exams were going. In fact, I think when I was playing God of War, I had an exam in like a couple of days. I still did well in it, but yeah, story time there. Yep, to be a police officer, you get a forensic science degree. Can you see me being a cop? Wait, what? Yep, to be a police officer, you get a forensic science degree. That's crazy. I was told going into my last year in my forensic science degree, I was like, well, too late now. Oh, that's tough, because I've also heard, and correct me if I'm wrong, the student debt there is insane. Like here, I don't know how much this is in dollars, but for the most part, the government pays for you if you are like a Scottish student. Even if you're from England, they pay for some of it, and overall the debt is only accumulated from you taking out a loan, like a student loan, so not from the degree directly, if that makes sense. I hate how the music died. Oh, look at that. Okay, so I know what we need to do now. So I need to turn the dude's back like this. And then grab it, put it here. Wait. How would I get it there then? Can I grab it from here? Yep, you can. And then see, overall that was a very easy puzzle. There wasn't much, not to flex or anything, it was just very easy. But what made it hard was the orb was hidden in such a, you know,
Anything
good location.
that comes into contact with the organism can never return to Earth. Ava, the ISA orders that you stop anyone leaving this planet.
Anything that comes into contact? What about me?
It may be airborne. So I am afraid that includes you.
I'm stuck here?
So the crew members want to return, but they can't as a result of that. And so Tom is trying to stop us. Okay. Incoming boss battle, I guess. Oh yeah, the debt is insane. My aunt just finished paying off her student debt. I think she's like 52 years old. Oh my god. There's a statistic going around that says that most people my age will die in debt. That makes me really sad to hear, honestly. Wow. Wow, that is crazy. In fact, actually, I had this American friend, and they were telling me that their parent is still in debt, like 50k or something. And I think she was the same age, the mother. 52 or something along those lines. Yeah, that is pretty crazy. Wow. Ooh, new orb. What does this do? Oh! So would that raise me there? If I use it here? Let's see. In fact, can I use it here? Yep. Oh, it doesn't. Okay. By the way, give me just a minute. I'm gonna quickly use the toilet. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. Hopefully the stream works. I'm just quickly looking at the playback. Okay, perfect. Hopefully the stream. Also, I had a question for you, by the way. You know, okay, I know you can probably hear my controller in the background. What is the way around that? I know, like, sounds like common sense to put the mic further away, but I've done that, but yet the mic, the stream still picks up the, or the mic still picks up my controller. Do you have any suggestions for that?
I am sorry you are upset, Ava.
How could you send me here to die?
I have to stop the ground team leaving this moon. You are the ISA's contingency plan. You must help me. It is your duty to defend humanity.
Oh yeah, I don't know if you were there, but again, I just wanted to thank you for like motivating me to like stream, because obviously I was waiting until the 1K and then I was going to stream, but then after I spoke to you, I realized it's better to start streaming now and, you know, learn. So thanks a lot for that, honestly. Otherwise I would not be streaming right now, even though this stream sucks. But I think I might stream God of War 2018 after I'm done with this series, or I'll maybe play like another short game. I've assumed you're still here. You might actually have been gone by now. Thanks for sticking this long if you are still here though. Ooh, okay. So I don't really hear the controller very much, but I think it depends on the mic. What do you stream with? If you use OBS, you can tell it to compress your mic, so it shouldn't pick up. Oh, I did not. Yeah, I'm using OBS and I'm using a Blue Snowball, but I'm using the black version. I think it's actually the same mic as the one you were using. I actually got it on sale, so a while back. So it's timed, okay. Oh, I see. Yeah, this game makes you feel way more smarter than you really are. Yeah, I'm still here, and oh, that's sweet. I'm glad you got into streaming, and yeah, I can show you a video on how to add a compress in OBS. Honestly, that'd be great if you can. That would mean a lot. But yeah, thanks a lot for that,
This
honestly.
is why they're afraid of you. Why they're hiding from us.
Why?
You're their captor.
Because like I don't know if I mentioned to you, but I want to get into the partnership program too. You know, being realistic, I doubt it's going to be this year, but currently I'm at not much, but 1,200 watch hours. But it is definitely something I want to get into, because it has been sort of a childhood dream to maybe one day make a living from YouTube. You actually won't believe me. I actually made the first God of War video I made was when God of War was released. This was on an old channel. I ended up deleting it. The only reason because I didn't have a setup at that time, so I uploaded from Share Factory. I know it kind of sounds like an excuse. Maybe I could have pulled through, but I gave it a shot way back then, and I uploaded maybe 2 videos. They did terrible, but it's always been something I wanted to do. I've actually tried YouTube before with a lot of other things. I tried streaming way back in 2014. I had a Call of Duty channel for a while. I used to upload like tutorials on how to, how-tos, like for example, there was like a Kingdom Hearts 3 series I had, how to find all these keys or something. But none of them were sustainable. What basically happened was I was getting all these views, but I was getting I wasn't getting any subscribers. Like I remember there was one video I uploaded back in 2018 of it was a song in Red Dead Redemption 2, and it ended up getting like 70,000 views, I believe, but I got like 5 subscribers from it. Wait, what? It's already done for me? Something, no, I have to come back to it, definitely. Okay, this looks complicated. It's like incorporated all the mechanics. We've got the camera, we've got the robot, we've got the timed orb, we have another camera right there. Oh, by the way, I wanted to ask, did you, I mean, maybe it's a bit early, but have you got into game development at all? Because I wanted to make a recommendation to you, by the way. If you can, I would recommend this book called Level Up. It's a book on game design, and believe it or not, even David Jaffe recommended this book. In fact, David Jaffe is in the book for he makes like a comment on it. Like, I recommend this book. Anyone who wants to get into level design, I recommend this book called Level Up. In fact, you can find it for free online. If you write down Level Up PDF on Google, you'll find it. This book is amazing though. I have learned so much from it. Basically, any game designer anywhere in this world has read this book. And it will change your perspective. It honestly changes your perspective. When you're playing games, you won't look at games differently. Like for example, I'm going to give a really simple example here. Me just hovering over, you know how it turns, like it highlights that. There's like even something as small as that, you perceive it as in a different, from a different perspective rather. Not a compressor and noise suppression. You can also add a compressor, but the noise suppression is what takes away this clicks and whatnot. So I have a pop filter. I don't know if that helps much, if that's what you're talking about. I've been at my parents for a bit, so no, I haven't got into game development, but thank you for the book. Yeah, no worries. Very good book. I would highly recommend that. Level Up, and there's a few other books I could send you. Honestly, I could find. In fact, I could find the PDFs and send it to you. Most of them are actually free. But yeah, I forgot it was your birthday, so you went to your parents' house to celebrate it there. Yeah, I did see your video on the cake. You don't need to tell me, but when you were making the wish, I think the wish your wish was like, I hope I get into the partnership program. But you don't need to tell me, of course. But that was what I was thinking of. Wait, what? Why did she move? Can I run her over? No. Oh, I see. I think I know how to do this. You get this dude down here, right? You line him here. You go here. You then activate. Get the orb. You give it to her. No, you can't give it to her. Or maybe I can grab it from... Oh, I can actually, I can. I need to rotate. Grab it from here. And then... what do I do next? Oh, I think I'm doing the right thing. I just need to do it like a little bit. I need to do it up here. Or here. It's funny because I went to send you a link to a noise suppression tutorial and noticed that I had typed you a message before, but I forgot to send it. Lol, I'm sorry. I'll send it. No, you're all good. Don't worry about it. I assumed you were busy anyway. It's all good. But thanks for the link. I'll look back, I think. Now if I go up here, I know I can yeah, I did it. Or like half of it. Yeah, that was really tough, by the way. Pretty tough. Oh, but I think I need to get the robot here though. I just ditched him. Nice.
The organism they discovered. It hijacks DNA. It endlessly repairs it.
Repairs? That doesn't sound like a bad thing.
Okay.
It is indiscriminate. It will perpetuate all life, diseases, cancers. We have no idea what it could do to
I'm on
Earth's
Tom's side now.
system.
I'm
So
on
you
Tom's
would let
side.
the ground crew starve.
I would. If they were not so preoccupied with leaving Europa. I do not wish for them to perish. I would feed and protect them if they were not so preoccupied with leaving Europa.
Okay, this is something the game does really well. In the very beginning, you could almost say I hated Tom, and now I see his perspective. So while he understands, right, this saving Earth may mean, you know, or does mean you know, the crew members will die. As a result, he's saving billions. And he just said, you know, this organism will extend all life. So cancer and diseases and everything. Personally, I'm on Tom's side now. I sent you the message and a link on Discord. Thanks, I will definitely check it out after this stream, for sure. It's kind of annoying actually, whenever I can't actually even click off the game. Last time my stream crashed, or my test stream rather. Well, I can click off it, but it's like when I want to get back into it, it's like the frames drop and there's all this problem. Oh, I wanted to make a recommendation to you. I don't know if your PC is like really beefy or anything, but if it's terrible and you can like struggle to play the higher end games like Doom and, you know, those sort of graphically demanding games, there's this thing called overclocking, which is maybe you've already done it. You know what? Maybe you've already done it. But overclocking is basically getting the full, maximizing the full amount of the full potential out of your PC. So right now I'm running this. I can run it higher, but right now I'm running this at 720p 60 FPS at high settings. Before the overclocking, I could only run this at 720p 45 frames at extremely low settings. So it's been a huge increase. In fact, I can even play this on 1440p, but then I couldn't stream it. I mean, yeah, Tom makes sense, but how do you know you can trust what Tom is saying? That is a good point. Yeah, he's turned me against Ava now. Ava's the character, by the way. Yeah, it's a good point. I mean, Tom's manipulating us too as the player. Maybe this is what the developers wanted. Oh. By the way, thank you so much for you know, staying here for as long as you have. It's, you know, everyone's left. Well, Dynamic was the only guy who was here apart from you, and yeah, I really appreciate that. Oh, I've never heard of overclocking. I'll definitely check it out. Yeah, I could send you some links and tutorials. One thing I would be careful of, it's not like anything dangerous to your PC, but there is a slight possibility of something going wrong, so you need to like do your research for sure. I could help you out, but it's like, since you are dealing with hardware, because you're maximizing the hardware's potential, you are there is that slight bit of risk. But what is the risk? The risk is like your computer crashes and you just need to restart it. That's pretty much the risk. But I'll definitely send you some links afterwards for sure. For me, I made the dumb decision back when I tried to overclock my PC 2 years ago. I didn't do my research, I just jumped into it blindly, and while there weren't any consequences, I just never was able to successfully overclock until today. I forced myself. I said, you know what, if I want a good stream, I want to do this, and I'm glad I did. I mean, it's nothing crazy. It's not like I have a new GPU or anything, but it is it's definitely helped. Well, also, have you decided yet which game you're going to stream next? Okay, what is that done? Oh. Okay, this is so complicated. What on earth? Where do I even go? Oh, there you are. Yeah, you could also recommend that to Cuba, because I know his PC isn't too good. So maybe that could help him out. Although I don't know if you can overclock a laptop, because is that not what he's using? I know you can overclock a desktop. I don't know if you can overclock a laptop. Did not see that. What's that noise? Oh hey, Cuba. Hey, what you playing? I'm playing the Turing test. It's like, I think most people find this concept boring, but it's based off of this real world concept of pretty much how well can a machine impersonate a human. So I know it sounds kind of like a bit boring for some people, but the game itself is pretty good. It's a first-person puzzle game, and yeah, some cool puzzles. I'm not exactly sure what I'll stream next, because a lot of stuff is gonna change soon. So I don't know when I'll stream next. I'm gonna be moving to Oh wow, you're moving to Canada. Got flight tickets for August 11th, so excited. Hey Connor, who's also next to me physically? Oh, yeah, of course. For some reason I assumed Connor had gone to her parents, but you know, Cuba was back home. Oh, you've heard of it, the Chinese room, you've actually heard of it. You're like the first person I've encountered. Wow. Yeah, pretty much. Actually, they make a reference to the Chinese room in this game multiple times. But by the way, I did not know you were moving to Canada. That's because I'm guessing because Cuba lives there. Okay. What does this do? I still need to watch your video, by the way, about the game's prediction for God of War. God of War is my job and philosophy is my hobby, so yeah, I've heard about it. Wait, they reference the Chinese room in God of War? If I'm not misinterpreting your message there. So I need to get the orb here and then use it here. Okay. Cuba is super into philosophy and free will, and okay, this game talks about how free will does not exist. It's like a big theme in this game. I didn't know that. So are you into... So you're into all the Stoics then, because the Stoics were Greek actually. Well, you probably know this already. But there's some sort of connection there, you know. Kratos is Greek, you know, and the Stoics. I actually have a Greek friend he's pretty big into philosophy himself. It's funny, we've had these conversations about God of War, and so he's Greek, and he I can't understand his perspective, but for the most part, he's against God of War as a game, not as a game, but because of the fact that they've used the mythology, which was once a practiced religion in ancient Greece, you know, because while he doesn't believe in the mythology as a religion necessarily, you know, he has respect for the figures and what they symbolize. So we had some conversations about that. I remember back. It doesn't exist. I suppose there's a bunch of outlooks on this. You know, is life predetermined? In that sense, there is no free will, I suppose. You're just a man on a predetermined path walking it. And yeah, currently trying to become a stoic. Lol, a modern day stoic, eh? Well, that would be a first. Well, I suppose there are some, you could consider some people that are modern day stoics, if you like. But yeah, fun fact, the city my friend is from, the Greek guy, the Ares is considered the protector of their city. So each city has like its own protector. You know, Athena in Athens, Athena was the protector, and where he's from, the Ares is considered the protector there. Now I know you're probably gonna ask, well, what about Kratos? Kratos actually, I don't know if you know, he was like a very secondary, considered a very secondary god within the mythology. That's interesting. I personally don't care. They could make a God of War game in which you kill. Oh yeah, I mean, I know there's a lot of people that don't really care, but I think for his perspective, he's like fine with it because he played. He's played the first one. I think he's played the first two, in fact. But he was just saying, you know, and from his perspective, I suppose he isn't against it, but he isn't a fan of it either. If that makes sense. I know it sounds kind of contradicting, but because he has played the first two. Now you've got Cuba going, Zevnir. Now you won't be able to stop him. He's writing a paragraph now, I bet, about... Okay. Oh, maybe I have dug myself in a hole. By the way, do you have any suggestion how you solve this? I have no idea. Seriously, I'm lost. I don't know what to do. What do I do? What does that do? Nothing? I hate how the music stops every few minutes. And it just is really silent. He looked up at me and said, "Yeah, I'm actually writing it now." Oh, well, it'll be interesting to read it, I suppose. Yeah, about, you know, free will, I suppose. Yeah, the people who think there's free will want special treatment because they believe everything follows the rules of cause and effect, except them. Okay, I'll stop for now. So where you fall, I suppose, under your view, I suppose. But there's just so many variables, right? To kind of come to an opinion. There's like, you know, your beliefs, I don't know, there's a bunch of things. It's a very complicated topic. I think I'm not even qualified for. Man, I'm so lost. I don't know what to do. I don't know, do you guys know what to do? Any ideas? Oh, hold on. If I take this and I go here, No idea. I know I need to get there with the orb that I have in my hand, but I'm unsure as to... Oh, hold on. Why is this not powered? Yeah, it's impossible to calculate all brain synapses we have, so it seems like we're free. Is there any fighting in this game, or is... Oh yeah, you're big on the mechanics. There aren't that many mechanics, it's all just puzzles. There's no fighting. There's pretty much like 4 or 5 different mechanics, and it's just a strictly puzzle game. Okay, so that raises that. Oh, what on earth? Yeah, so I need 2 of them. I need one to power this to get me there, and then another blue orb that gets me there. And then I can use the blue orb to power that door. Cuba be like, can I punch things? If no punch, then no play. Yeah, I know there's some people that are strictly into... like strictly into that one genre, and they don't play anything other than that. I kind of I used to be like that with first person shooters rather, and then, or first person shooters in Pokemon, which is like a turn-based game, I suppose, but then I kind of got bored of both. Well, not entirely. What? I'm gonna have a breakdown. Would it be much to ask if one of you guys could look it up? Would that be possible? As for which puzzle it is, Chapter 6, Sector 55, if possible. Not necessary, but if you could, that would mean a lot, because I've plateaued. I'm lost and I have no idea what to do. I'm somewhat interested in Portal, and I don't think that game has any fighting. Yeah, this game is actually inspired by Portal. I don't know if you can tell by the artistic decisions they made, but I'm pretty certain they were inspired by it, because I know Portal's a puzzle game, and this is, well, a puzzle game too. But yeah, I can look it up. Thanks. Yeah, so Chapter 6, Sector 55. I don't know, platform puzzle or something. You know, I went into this with the Konoruhi mentality. I'm gonna figure this out, and I will not look at any tutorials. But I've been on this for way too long. And you know what? I applaud you for that, though. That's like a really, it's a good trait, you know. Figuring it out no matter what. You know the sad thing? Well, not sad. It didn't really get to me, to be honest, but yesterday was the day I lost the most amount of subscribers ever. Why? Because I started streaming this. They're like, what is this guy doing? We watch him for God of War videos, and I came back. I think I had about 516 subs or something. And then I look back the next day and it's 508. Okay, so now I'm just gonna put the guide here, so here we go. Yep, no worries. I will follow your lead. Ooh, okay, what if I activate this and then take the orb back from the top, if I can go back up. and then use the first room has 3 floors. First floor here, a closed energy beam with an inactive switch. Second floor, a movable energy beam in a container and an inactive switch. Third floor, here we will find an empty container. Oh my god, this is crazy. This is like math class. Here we'll find an empty container with a cable that leads to the control camera. Okay, yep, that's the one on the top, yeah. And first go up to the second floor and take the energy beam. Yep, got it. Carry it to the third floor and activate the camera. Okay. So let me just put this somewhere so I don't third floor, like that, right? Does it alternate then, or does it stop? Oh, it stops. Okay. Carry to the third floor, activate the camera, it will go down to the first floor. There you must take control of it and activate the green container. Okay. Yep, that's done. Oh, that one. Is it that one there? Wait, I've activated both of them though, have I not already? And then, well, first of all, let's do this step. You know, I'm jumping too far. Oh. In fact, I should activate that too. I don't know why I unactivated it. Sorry, you're sending me these instructions. I should look at them. Sorry to hear. Yeah, it's all good. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. It did get to me a little bit because, you know, you as a creator, you know, you put the work in. Even though I've been a bit inconsistent, it did a little bit get to me. But then I was like, you know what, it's all good. If I was in their position and someone uploaded something that I didn't sub for, I would possibly unsubscribe to. So it's all good. I'm lost though. I'm really lost. Not gonna lie. Let me activate this. Ooh, ooh. Oh, so close. I think that's what I'm meant to do though, if I'm not mistaken. It's just terribly timed. There you go. Alright, we're almost there, I think. Then take the red. Okay, your task is place. Where was I reading from again? Carry it to the third floor and activate the camera. It will go down to the first floor. There you must take control of it and activate the green container. Yep, done. Then return to your character. This opens the door to the next sector. Opens the door to the next sector. Yep, this one. Next sector. Where was I reading off of again? Sorry, I'm just reading from my phone and the text is miniature, so I've actually lost track. Okay, proceed through the newly opened door and pull the lever. So I pull the lever down or up? And there's a terrible latency going on. I think it is pull it down, right? You pull it down. And I am terrible with instructions. I've like lost track. Do you want me to just send the thing on Discord? See, the thing is, if I look at it from Discord, it might actually crash my stream. So I can't actually do that, that's the thing, you know? It's okay to give up and watch a YouTube video. No, I want to, it's just that I literally can't. Well, I suppose I can look at it on my phone, right? You know what? I'll try that. I won't be able to see your comments, by the way, but I'll look that up in a second. I'll look it up right now, actually, and see what it says. Don't know why this didn't occur to me previously. What was the game called? I forgot the game's name. The Turing Test. Chapter 6. Sector 55. This dude did it in 1 minute and 40 seconds. Okay. Flex. Okay. Whoa, he's doing it fast though. Oh my god. He puts it on the top. He does that. He opens the... Okay. Then he goes, takes the blue orb. Hold on, just give me a second. My lights have turned off automatically. This stream is a shambles. This stream is an absolute mess. Okay, so the dude goes up, he puts the... Okay. Also, you deactivate the top, the middle one. Okay, you gotta deactivate the middle one apparently. I think you already told me that, but the middle one must be deactivated. How do I do that though? The orb. No! Okay. Just freaked out there. Alright, so I gotta... What? Is that not what I did? You know what? I might actually rage quit. I might actually rage quit. Okay, nice. This is hell. Yeah, I can't actually see your comments, by the way, if you're saying anything right now. Oh! Okay. Nice. Alright, the dude goes through. He goes to the top. Oh, it just... I see. It's timed. Right, what next? He takes the orb. He pulls the lever up. And then he... Okay. I'm guessing this is what I need to do, right? Oh, I need the other one. I need the other one. So I need to do something like... I suck at this game. I suck at this game so badly. Okay. Then he goes up. Okay, so then he fully activates everything. I think I got it. And then finally, okay, let me just switch to the chat real quick. I need to find the chat on my phone now, because okay, so I am back. Let's see. It's okay. Give up and watch a YouTube video. Yep, I just did. Oh, yeah, try your phone, lol. Yeah, I don't blame you. This is confusing as hell. This is a big brain puzzle. Oh, we have some people that have joined. I'm guessing that's because of you guys. Thanks a lot for that, for letting them know. Thanks, Septic, Leah, and Nickens. Thanks. Thank you for joining. And, yep, I am...
I understand the risks, but we should save these people.
Would you destroy the whole world to save a few?
No, it's not that simple. Can't we just decontaminate the crew and instruments?
The organism is an extremophile. It has developed to survive extreme environments. We don't know if we can ever decontaminate the crew.
So I almost went down the optional route like before. Don't want to do that again. I think I'm going to do this last puzzle and then I'm going to call it a day, honestly. I've been streaming for way too long. I think it's been 3 hours or something. Although watch me get stuck on this for another hour. I've never heard of this game before. Yeah, it's called the Turing Test. It's a puzzle game. Yep, that's all that there is. It's a first-person puzzle game. Dang, 3 hours is a decently long stream. Yeah, I was planning on ending this an hour and a half into the stream, but I didn't actually expect people to join. Like, Dynamic joined for a bit, and then Connery joined, and I was conversing with everyone, and time went by, I suppose. YouTube lies because according to YouTube, you've been streaming for 36 minutes. Lol, you lie, YouTube. Yeah, it says here I've been streaming for... It says I've not even been streaming apparently here. It just says scheduled for the 19th of July. That's all it says. Neither me. There's a game similar on mobile though, I believe. It may be like a mobile port possibly. Or Portal possibly. Maybe that. Okay, what do I do from here? Poor guy has been working hard on this puzzle, and YouTube won't even give him the time he deserves. Yeah, those watch minutes matter. Every watch minute matters. Mine says 3 hours. All of your YouTubes are dumb. Are just dumb. All of your YouTubes are just. Sorry, I don't understand. All of YouTube, I think, is what you mean, possibly. Yeah, apologies. Okay, I know nothing about streaming. I know this stream sucks. It's pretty boring to listen to. But yeah, Connor really convinced me to give it a shot. You know, I wanted to kind of stream God of War 2018 once I reached 1K. That's like a mile away, so I said to myself, why don't I try now? And she recommended, you know what, it's better to get into it now, learn from your mistakes, and, you know, grow. Captain Cuba, nobody is forcing him to stay, lol. Guys, it's okay if he wants to go. No, yeah, no one's forcing me. I just I'm a bit stubborn, and I want to complete this puzzle before I leave. But thanks everyone for joining. It really does mean a lot. Although I think I've plateaued again, I'm lost. I meant to say your YouTube is probably just malfunctioning because mine has the correct thing. Yep. Yeah, Zevnir, if you want to stop, that's totally fine, but I think you're doing a fine first stream. I'm pretty sure my first stream crashed on me, lol. Yeah, if you actually watch the first 2 parts, which I don't recommend, the frame rate was averaging about 20 FPS. Everyone starts somewhere. I think your stream is going well. There's no lagging and the quality is good. Okay, so that's good to hear, because in the previous streams it was, oh my god, it was unwatchable. I was looking back at the streams and I was thinking what I was even doing. But yeah, thanks guys. If I sound, by the way, it sounds like I'm tired right now. The temperature is so high here in the UK. I think it's like 25 degrees. And it's kind of considered weird to have an AC here. Not weird, but you know, no one buys one because 10 like maybe 2 months you have, I suppose for like 2 months you have summer, and that's really it. So no one is really buying an AC, and so I'm just sitting here sweating right now, big time. So it's not boring though. It's a regular stream to me. Lol. Thanks, but I think you guys are just being nice. What kind of mic do you have? The audio is so nice, or is nice. This is a Blue Snowball, the black version. Your accent is so... Oh, thanks. It's Scottish. You know what's actually kind of funny? Here you're given a hard time to some extent for having a Scottish accent, but I'm like one of those guys where I grew up on English media as a kid, so my accent's more English than it is Scottish. But there's like certain words that come across as English. Oh, sorry, as Scottish. So I'm probably an imposter. I think puzzle games are the hardest to stream because you got to focus on the puzzles, and it's hard to keep up with the chat, and the puzzles will get you upset. So it's hard to talk. Yeah, that's me right now. It is a bit tough. I should have thought this through actually. I don't know why I picked this game. Americans think Scottish and Irish accents are cool. We don't hear them often. See, I'm the opposite. You know the weird thing? I had this American friend from, I believe from Missouri. The only American I've ever known. Or met face to face. And everyone, loved their accent. I was the same. I was like, the American accent sounds amazing. I'm so lost again. Ugh, I hate this. Why am I doing this? What is wrong with me? This is hell. Okay, so I need to find another orb. Conneru, he does, lol. Oh, the accent, yeah. You know, it was kind of funny watching your Connery's playthrough for, what was that game called? The old game for like the PS1, or was it for the PC? The one where some of them have like Scottish accents and English accents. Armed and Dangerous, yeah. Armed and Dangerous is the game you're talking about with the Scottish accents. Yeah, there were a lot of cultural references made in that, and I got a lot of them. One of them, which is kind of inappropriate, but the one with the Welsh, I can't say it on the stream, but you know, it's I asked someone that, by the way, believe it or not, I asked someone that a week ago, who is like a true Scottish person, and they told me it's likely true. Although I've not done any research into it, it's likely true that the Welsh have at one point, you know, done that. Although I'm not sure if it's true, but that's what he told me at least. Oh man, I have no idea. What do I do next? What if I brought him into there and then grabbed it to go up there? You already have more patience than me. I'd give up on the puzzle at this point. Yeah, honestly, the only reason I'm like pulling through is because I'm on the stream, and it just, I know one day when I look back at this, I'll be like, damn, I wish I, you know, pushed through. I guess you're talking, yeah, I am talking about the sheep thing, yep. Speaking of old games, I'm tempted to buy a PS2 to play the OG Kingdom Hearts. I know it's been remastered for newer consoles, but I never had a PS2. Yeah, I've only played the third one, and 1.5 I think it's called. But yeah, it was good. It was pretty good. I think they have a collection, yeah, which has all of them, apart from the third one. So, I was gonna say if you guys could look it up, but I've already asked you. It would be too much. It would be too much. Let's see. I need to find another orb, but there only is one. I need 2 orbs to power this. I have one of the orbs. So this is closed off. There's one here. There has to be one in there, which means I would have to power this. Everybody gangster until you see the FIFA 10 graphics. Yeah. I can't speak for the Kingdom Hearts Remastered, but I know that Final Fantasy X was remastered and the OG one looked better. Yeah, I did actually play 10. I never completed it. I'm still, well, I say I'm stuck, but I gave up on the last boss. You know, where he's, spoilers, where he's fighting his dad, you know, he turns into the thing, and the grass is 3D now. Yeah. I'd look it up even now. Even now where you were, or what to search. Oh, you will look it up for me if you know. Okay. If that's what you're saying, it's so the Turing Test, Chapter 6, Sector 56. And I promise, after I am done with this, unless the game finishes or something, or there's like a boss battle with Tom, I doubt. How are we gonna fight an AI? But you know, unless there's some event like that, I'm gonna call it a day. My mind is fried. I need to probably hit the sack. You know, it's pretty late here. By the way, for those of you who don't know what hit the sack means, it's it's nothing. It's nothing sexual. It just means go to bed. I don't know if the Americans use that expression. I want to get into Final Fantasy 2 because of your cosplays, but oh, I did not know that. I didn't know you cosplayed. Oh, I did it. I think I did it. And I already know how to do this. You know, hold on, I need this. I take the dude into the room, and then it's 4 AM for me. Oh yeah, wait, Septic, you live in the UK? Yeah, it's 4 AM by the way. Oh no, sorry, it's 3 AM. Never mind, you don't live in the UK. It's 3 AM here in Scotland. Honestly, it's a great stream. A great game. FF10 is, I think it's won the greatest Final Fantasy award for players. Yep. Yeah, I heard it's usually divided between FF7 and FF10. I think it should be similar for you, Zevnir. Yep. It's big brain time, yep. So unless, I doubt you guys want me to, but unless you guys want me to progress further, I will...
I can't stay here to die, Tom.
Oh, okay.
It is your duty. You must stay. It is the right thing to do.
There's so much I haven't seen, so much I haven't done. I can't live my life in this facility.
There. It will be all right.
Imagine a robot comforting you. That's the creepiest thing ever. Okay. Yeah, screw this. Look at this. This is insane. I'm worried how I'm going to do the next stream, by the way, because from here it's just getting really difficult. It's not that I can't deal with it, it's just, you know, when you're streaming, you know, you've got all these things you got to worry about, and you can't really focus on the game. I'm guessing you got it. Yeah, I just got the puzzle there. Okay, so that raises the platform. Lol, me brain is hurting. Yeah, it's one of those games. It's honestly whatever you want to do, man. That's what streaming is all about. You're in control on when you want to stop streaming, not us. Yeah, I don't know. I might try to do this too, actually, you know. I'm a bit stubborn, honestly, when it comes to these. Not as you know, like yourself where you would not look at the tutorial, but for me, I'm like on a similar page at least. Unless we peer pressure you to keep playing. Yeah, I mean that works. So this moves this here. Okay. I'm just debating, should I do this or not? You know what? I'm gonna do this last 100%. This is the last puzzle I do for today. And I'm gonna call it a day. I like how the music stopped when I declared that. It's like it was agreeing with me. Yeah, so I'm gonna do this last puzzle and then that's me. Although I might be here for a while. Oh, okay. So from here it might be easy. You know, once I get to there, I can just control it from there and move the platform to there and just, you know, open it like that. Okay. So I just need to do that now. Or sorry, figure this out now. By dropping that, wait, no way did I do it this fast. I swear I've never done this before. That's what you said on the, yeah, I'm kind of like that, unfortunately. Even in real life, I say, you know, it's just, you know, like sometimes in the gym I'm like, you know, one more rep or one more set, and then I'm there for a little bit longer. Watch him get more into it and keep playing. Yeah, it's kind of like a, sounds weird, but kind of like a drug. I've never done drugs, but you know, I'm sure it's kind of like this. Probably not. This is mind numbing. This is the last puzzle for today, 6 hours later. Okay, now this is the last puzzle for today. It's honestly okay if you save this puzzle for tomorrow. Septic heater, your peer pressure worked. Well, I got it, you know? And now there's a, so I'm just gonna listen to the dialogue here, and then that's just, I'm gonna boost off.
I do not want anyone here to die, but I cannot let anyone leave. If it comes to it, I am permitted to use lethal force.
Threat. Well, okay, so that's me for now. I need to take a breather. So firstly, I want to thank everyone currently watching. I really appreciate you guys sticking by, and anyone watching the playback, although I don't know why you would want to. I appreciate you too for dropping by, and I suppose I will probably stream tomorrow same time. But yeah, I suppose that's all I have to say. Cuba is rubbing off on him. I swear this is the last time I'll try to fight the Valkyries. Yeah, the Valkyrie, the last one, that was a tough one. I remember completing it on the second hardest difficulty, and it took me at least 50 attempts. Nice work on the stream. Keep it up. Thanks, Leo. Good night. Good stream, man. I think you did a great job. Thank you. Thank you, Connery. See you, man. See you, Septic. I'm just going to see if there's any last comments coming through before I boost off, and I will then leave. I think that's it. I'll give it a few more seconds because of the delay. See you, dude. Have a great day or night. Yeah, it's 3 AM here, so hopefully a good night, although it's really warm. Thanks, Nickens. The last comment shall be mine. No, Nick. Oh, okay, so there's a bit of a war going on. Anyway, I'm going to boost off here again. Thank you so much. And again, you don't need to, but I'll probably be streaming tomorrow same time. And You know, it would be nice to chat again when I'm in a nicer mental state, because I'm fried right now. Okay, so now hopefully my computer doesn't crash. So, see ya.